That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? In the Snyderverse yesterday, a great disturbance was felt in the force, as if millions of voices cried out in terror, and they were suddenly silenced. As James Gunn got on his social media and posted a buddy-buddy picture with him and Zack Snyder. This is a new picture hanging out outside the writer's room of DC, where James Gunn wrote, "Always a pleasure catching up with my friend Zack Snyder, consummate filmmaker and doubly consummate storyteller." Now this got a lot of people. This basically blew up the internet. Like my feeds yesterday was just basically after we were finished the show, it was like basically all of this.
You know what? From now on, Snyder's no part of the Snyderverse.
That's right. Snyder betrayed the Snyderverse.
He's not a real Snyder.
Just like the way they turned on David Ayer.
Yeah.
You said you're supporting James Gunn? You suck. You're the enemy. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting. Anyway, this isn't the first time these two guys have hung out either. Take a look at this. Jonathan, you got this.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Look at those baby faces.
Look at those little guys.
Look at those baby faces. Oh my God. They were just kids. Now look at them again back with today's picture.
They're just babies.
We've seen some wars.
This is what fandom does to you.
This is what toxic fandom from every corner of toxic fandom. This is what fandom will do to you.
They have pictures of presidents before they become the president, and they look fairly like vigorous typically, and then at the end of their 4 or 8 year term, they're just like
they're just like a little more haggard and stuff like that. Anyway, you know but this picture coming out shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, like, Zack Snyder has been verbally supportive of James Gunn's new DCU. James Gunn has talked at length about the great job Snyder did with Superman, stuff like that. As a matter of fact, James Gunn even talked about the fact when he was mulling over the bad decision to put the red underwear on Superman, he says one of the first guys he consulted with was Zack Snyder. He said he wanted Zack Snyder's thoughts on it. And I love you, James, but the red underwear, still a mistake. Anyway, that being said, so it brings up the question of a lot of people are asking, why? For why, as Chris Carr would say. Why did they put, and what does this picture mean? To the one hyper extreme, there are people now out there saying, and I get why they would feel this way. It's official. It's not official. James Gunn is going to have Zack Snyder direct a film in the DCU.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead. Just don't write it.
To which I would say, I would be all for it. I think I'm a Zack Snyder. Again, take the Rebel Moon garbage out of it. And there's only ever been one Zack Snyder film I didn't like, and that was Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Other than that, I liked everything he did in the DCU. I like every one of his other movies. I think he's a tremendously gifted visual storytelling, but he does struggle with story. And you pair up a James Gunn shepherding the cinematic universe and working with some writers to come up with a solid script and then hand that script over to Zack Snyder and say, bring this to life. Manifest this visually. I think you could have something really special. I think you could have something really good. Do I think that's what this photo means? I don't. It could. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's not. I think it could. And if it did, I'm all for it. It'd be like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage teaming up to form the superpowers. That's what they were called, right?
Yeah,
no, the mega powers.
Megapowers.
The mega powers.
Superpowers.
And they do and they form the mega powers, right? Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
And then they hate each other later.
And then they hate each other later and they fight over Miss Elizabeth. It's all terrible.
And these are all grown adults.
These are all grown.
Or why not? Let me just put there's a lot of people like Zack Snyder. What if they just get along? They're
creative.
Nice
they've known each other for many years.
Can't it just be a hangout photo?
And that's the other thing. The other thing to me is, and I think this is the most likely. Remember we said on the one extreme, what could this picture mean? It's them kind of sneakily announcing to the world that Zack Snyder's going to come in and direct a film for James Gunn. I don't think that's what's happening. I think if we go to the other extreme, it's really more just a thing of, hey, fandom, let's all just celebrate what we love together. Like, all you anti-Zack Snyder people, everything Zack Snyder touches sucks. James Gunn is saying this is a really gifted filmmaker, and he is. To all the Snyder bros, it's like, this DC is going to suck. This is Zack Snyder saying, hey guys, we're excited about James Gunn's universe. I think more than anything else, this is just two very well-known filmmakers come together and say, hey guys, let's just all celebrate that we love comic book movies and let's all hope for the best together. Mm-hmm. So I think there's probably a lot of that to it. And the fact that Gunn and Snyder would pose for this picture, I think is incredibly smart. There's still a possibility it could mean more. I doubt it, but it could. James Gunn has a lot of movies he wants to make, and he's going to need filmmakers.
Hey, James Gunn has been a part of this social media thing for a while. Don't tell me like a little bit of himself knew what would happen if he posted this. Like he knew like the
of course he did. Him and Snyder both knew. They both knew what would happen to that. But
well done, gentlemen.
I'm going to throw this out there. You know, Batman Brave and the Bold, I've been saying might be looking for a new director. Because what's the Flash director's name again? I keep freezing.
Andy
Muschietti.
Yeah.
You know, Andy Muschietti and James Gunn clearly haven't been on the same page. I mean, he will probably still end up directing Batman Brave and the Bold. But I'm just saying, I've been theorizing that maybe they might be needing a new director for that. I don't know, maybe Zack Snyder.
I mean, I loved it. So
what a weird move to like actually when it's like you're scrolling and you see your girlfriend with another person like in a picture.
You scroll like past it, you know, a double take, you gotta go back.
Before even breaking up with you. It's like
before even breaking up with you.
This is what you get, Andy.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Birddogs. You know what I hate? Dress pants. They're stiff, they're uncomfortable, and they always feel like they're fighting against me. But then I found Birddogs, and let me tell you, it's been a total game changer. These pants fit like a dream, giving you all the comfort of gym wear while still looking sharp enough for work or a night out. I wear my Birddogs everywhere, lounging at home, running errands, or even a night out at the game. The fit? Spot on. You get to pick your exact waist and length, so no awkward bagginess or tight spots. And unlike other high-end brands like Lululemon or Vuori, Birddogs skip that shiny, weird-looking material, just straight-up premium comfort. And let's talk for a second about their classic quarter zip, probably my favorite thing they make. I threw it on the other day for a casual dinner and it looked sharp, but I was comfortable as if I was wearing pajamas. It's that good. For a limited time, our listeners get a free hat with every order when you use the code John Campea at birddogs.com. Get their best-selling hat completely free when you use the code John Campea at birddogs.com. Support our show and let them know we sent you. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this I think the pic's great, and whether it meant something, which I don't think it does, or isn't anything more than, hey, look, everybody, all us comic book movie fans can just be happy together. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.